run through the tape. In life, never give up, run through the tape.
Night from Memphis, Tennessee.
And the Memphis Grizzlies march on to a Western Conference semifinal date with the Golden State Warriors. That's going to start on Sunday afternoon at Roracle out there in Oakland, which is where Golden State plays. Inside the NBA, presented by Kia, comes your way next. Highlights of another great night of playoff action. Highlights of both games. The analysis from Shaq, Kenny, and Charles, and got somebody to send Fishin yet again. We'll be back. It is Inside the NBA. It is presented by Kia, and it comes to you, or comes your way, whichever you prefer. Live from Studio J.
Spit it out, Ernie. Spit it out.
There you go.
You all right, Ernie?
Got that out of the way.
You all right?
That's Shaq. That's Kenny. That's Chuck. Great stuff tonight, once again, and we're back at you again on Thursday night, another doubleheader. We got the Bulls and the Bucks, and Milwaukee down 3-0. Now forcing a Game 6. Can they become the fourth team to force a Game 7?
Wow.
And then the Spurs, after that win at Staples to take a 3-2 series lead back there at the AT&T Center in San Antonio.
Good games tomorrow.
That is the night
At the barn.
It's been a great week, man. And there is Mike Conley after the surgery.
Get well, Mike.
Yeah, get well, Mike.
And LaMarcus Aldridge trying to keep the Portland Trailblazers afloat in this series. Zach Randolph, hot start for Memphis.
They were feeding off that crowd. They got an amazing crowd. They were feeding off that crowd early.
But a 17-5 run the rest of the first quarter for the Blazers. Damian Lillard and one gets the foul and would make the free throw. And C.J. McCollum. Ooh, man, what a night C.J. McCollum had.
Yeah, Ernie, that's one of the things you talk about. This kid was on fire. This is one of the ways they really miss Mike Conley in a situation because they can't put Tony Allen on him.
20-20 going to the second quarter. McCollum again.
Yeah. So can you imagine what Klay Thompson and Steph Curry are thinking?
They're going to be sending a limo for these guys. They don't want them to get caught in traffic. They don't want no accidents. They're going to make sure they get to the game.
LaMarcus Aldridge there, but Aldridge 5 out of 18
Oh,
on the
man,
night.
ball, Ernie. Oh.
Flashback.
Eric
Flashback.
It's had a
Eric
couple of
Canada,
flashbacks tonight.
Excuse me,
Flashback.
Air Memphis.
34-33.
Outside he holds.
You want more, Vince?
Oh, flashback.
I don't know about the flashback.
Well, I mean, he was up. I mean,
No, he wasn't.
no, he wasn't up. He just, I mean, come on, man, get a man some love.
No, that was
Man,
great.
man,
move.
39 years old. Great move.
Great move, Vince. Don't listen.
Come on,
to
don't
him.
listen to Kenny. That was a great move. Quit hating on him, Kenny.
Never hate. Never hate. North Carolina. You hating on them?
7-point game at the half in favor of the
Oh,
Grizz. And
feet
here's
work.
Oh!
Gasol.
Feet work.
They're up by
Got
13. And now we explore the night that C.J. McCollum had.
Oh, he was on. Kenny, when the house is on fire, what you got to do?
Get the women and children out first.
That's it. Ain't nothing you can do when the house on fire like this, America.
McCollum had never had a 30-point game in his 2-year career, and tonight goes for 33 on 12 of 20 and 7 of 11 from deep. Did I mention C.J. McCollum?
Good.
Yes, you did.
Told you, boy.
Had 16 points in the third quarter.
Oh, boy, Steph Curry.
Memphis up by only 2 after 3.
You might need a cigar and a white flag quickly.
And LaMarcus Aldridge,
Shovels, scores, and the
Nick Calathis with the foul.
That's a shovel roll, Kenny. Yes.
76-75. Portland down 1, and then Memphis goes on a 9-0 run.
Jeff Green played, and he's got to play better.
He just showed up. I mean,
Yeah,
he
but
has had a quiet series.
Well, he misses Mike Conley, but Mike Conley's not going to be there. Jeff Green got to pick up the slack.
Zebo.
He got to play well in the next series too, Chuck. You always talking about beating up Golden State down
Well,
low.
he's gonna. Mark and Zach, they're gonna do their thing. They got.
They got to play big.
But I know they're gonna play. Well, they only play one way big. But can they get anything out of the perimeter guys? You got to feel for Mike Conley, man. What a terrific kid. Oh, that's just a bad break.
99-93. Memphis holds off Portland down the stretch to take the series in 5.
3:30 on ABC Sunday, game 1.
Yeah, at Golden State. Lee had 20. Gasol 26 and 14. Zebo 16 and 8. And Jeff Green goes for 10. Couple of big buckets there in that 9-0 run down the stretch. Coors Light, cold, hard facts. Golden State took 2 out of 3 from Memphis in the regular season. Looking at the numbers, Klay Thompson averaged about 31 points, and Steph Curry averaged about 24.
Well, see, that's actually a perfect example right there. Klay Thompson's going to get his numbers, but that 24, because Mike Conley has 2 things. Number one, he's very good defensively, but he could attack Steph Curry on the other end. So that 24 goes to 34 real quickly. And there's no disrespect to Bino Udrih or Nick Kalathis. They just don't have the foot speed to try to guard Steph. So that's, but you
amazing
know,
when 24 is light work.
And Klay Thompson shot 62% against Memphis, including 18 out of 24 from 3-point range. Yeah.
Well, you know, it's going to be a classic confrontation of big guys because Gasol and Zach down low have a huge advantage. And on the perimeter, Golden State has a huge advantage. Listen, we don't know the situation with Mike Conley. I think the pressure switches to Jeff Green. You know, he really stepped up tonight. He's the guy to me. That's going to be a very interesting series.
Can't get more contrasting styles in these two.
You cannot.
Golden State shoots so many threes. Memphis is not really part of their arsenal.
But the key is going to be, to me, Jeff Green. Can he make an impact on the game? But like I say, Steph and Klay, they're the best backcourt in the NBA. They're going to do their thing. Mark and Zach, they're the best power forward center combination in the NBA. Jeff Green, to me, is the wild card. What can he do?
What's your early read on that series?
Well, I'm going to probably have to pick Golden State. The only way Memphis would have a chance is if they slow the game down. But, you know, if you take wild shots against Memphis, they could get out on the break and, you know, the 2 superstars that they have. But, you know, we always mention, you know, Klay Thompson and Stephen Curry, but the Golden State others are also playing very well.
Yeah.
Draymond Green playing well, you know, their whole team playing well. So I'm going to say Memphis might get 1 game. That's about it.
And you heard Dave Yeager saying it, and you heard Chuck say it too here about with the loss of Mike Conley and defensively what an impact that has on that team, Kenny.
Well, his offense is his defense as well, you know, because he keeps you on your heels as well. So that keeps your mind when you have a great player like Steph Curry, who is possibly going to be the MVP of the league, and he can only think about offense. You know, he's so one track that he can have phenomenal nights instead of great nights. And you just don't want superstar guys to have phenomenal nights. You want them to just have good nights. And it will be good night for Memphis, I think, without Mike Conley in there on an easier basis. If they're able to pull this off, it'll be the greatest train robbery I've ever seen because the Golden State, they're focused, they have everything, and I don't know if they have the biggest advantages as if they had this series, even because Draymond Green and Bogut are better defenders because when they play well, they play defense. So they are not 2 big guys that when they play well, they score. So they can have a great game by stopping people. So that helps a little bit. So they won't have I think they have an easier time against Portland than they will against.
Well, but I'm just saying, Marc Gasol and Zach, they're legit post-up people. LaMarcus is a jump shooter on the post, and they don't have another guy on the post. Zach's going to post up every single time. Even if you go back to the series against New Orleans, Anthony Davis, who's going to be the best player in the world in the next 3 or 4 years, Draymond Green kept pushing him out to almost to the bench.
What I was saying, I don't think LaMarcus Aldridge and Robin Lopez is as good as defenders as Draymond Green and Bogut. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I don't know about that, but I'm just saying those guys going to be a handful down low because Zach's going to post up every single time. Like I said, when they played against New Orleans, they were pushing Anthony Davis out so far because he's so light in the cakes. They kept pushing him out there. He's not going to push Zach out there. That's going to be a nice matchup. As much as Draymond is a terrific defender, he's going to have his hands full. And Bogut, listen, man, when you play against Marc Gasol, he's the best passing big man other than Noah in the NBA. Those guys going to be on the box. It just depends on if Memphis can get anything from the perimeter. And it was interesting you said that Steph only averaged. Kenny had a very good point. I don't think Steph Curry is such a good offensive player. You can't stop him. So the best thing to do is you got to go back at him. And it's clearly judging by he only averaged 24 points a game. That tells me Mike Conley was going back at him. And that's the only way to stop a great offense player. You can't let him think about just offense.
Golden State, highest scoring team in the league. Memphis, number 2 in points allowed. And as far as those three go, Curry had 20 in the 4-game sweep of New Orleans. Memphis had 24 as a team in the 5-game series against Portland. The end of the road for the Blazers. They won the division title, but again had to open up on the road, even though they were the number 4 seed, because Memphis had the better record. And there's the big thing.
That's not fair.
What's not fair?
Them opening up on the roads.
Well, they didn't have the other team had a better record.
I'm saying, my bad on that. We were talking about, I screwed that up on my point.
Don't worry about it.
I think that we were talking about a couple teams in the past, well, they didn't have a better record, they had to go on the road. And I just think the NBA need to take a look at that, because that doesn't help for the regular season.
LaMarcus Aldridge going to stay with the Blazers?
I say no.
Why?
A lot of times when you ask a player a question as if you're going to return, and they really want to return, they say yeah right away. If they say, oh, I'm going to think about it, I'm going to look at my options, most of the time they're leaning, to go other places.
He needs to stay in Portland.
No, you know what I think? I think he's going to end up in Dallas.
I think the money.
Texas.
I just think the money today is so different than free agency, meaning staying with your team is a $20 to $25 million difference.
Dwight turned down 30, so it could be done.
I'm just saying, he's one of the few that we will count on our hands in the next 5 years, the guys that leave their team, I believe.
Well, and I'm not sure Dwight left it on the table. He signed his deal is going to expire. He's going to make that money up on the next contract. He could have got that extra year, so he didn't really leave that money on the table. But the reason I think LaMarcus should stay in Portland, LaMarcus is a very good player. If he goes to New York or the Lakers, people are going to be expecting him to be a superstar player. He's a good player. There's a difference between being a good player and being a superstar. And he's in a perfect situation there in Portland. But I think some guys, if they become free agents, when you go to another team, especially a major market, people expecting you to be LeBron James or Kevin Durant or Anthony Davis. Those are the 3 guys who are superstars in the NBA, in my opinion. And I'm not paying all these other guys all that money.
Surprised I didn't hear the brakes when you stopped.
You got a lot to say tonight, don't you?
Glad your head didn't hit the windshield.
Yeah, you want to
Get to the point.
You want to thank your middle school coach, too? Goodness.
When we come back.
My 3rd grade teacher taught me how to spell cat.
Dude, the airbag almost popped out when you stopped right there. Series lead on the line in the 1-8 series in the East.
I hate y'all sometimes,
Hawks
man.
from the Highlight
shut up.
Factory next.
You understand what be quiet means?
That's what I think he
did not apply.
Hey, welcome back. Hey, the @NBA on TNT Twitter handle. 1 million Twitter followers.
Are you kidding me?
Love that.
Look at Chris Webber diving for the line. Look
Congratulations.
at you. Look at you, man. That's a
Congratulations.
shame. I'm celebrating. This dude is, man, that's a shame.
We got 1 million losers out there following us around.
Now they only need 8 million more to catch Shaq. Since the 16-team playoff format began in '84, 5 number 8 seeds have knocked off number 1s. If Brooklyn pulls it off against Atlanta, the Nets would be the first 8 seed with a sub-500 regular season record to get it done. Through 4 games, they have battled the Hawks on even terms, outshooting them in the process and dominating fourth quarters. Well, Game 5 in this 2-2 series would boil down to the fourth quarter once again as the series shifted back to the Highlight Factory in Atlanta. Nets and Hawks ready to roll, and Kyle Korver, the Sportsmanship Award for 2015.
Congratulations, Kyle Korver.
Oh, that was
very
good,
yeah.
Shaq. Nice start for Atlanta with Horford with the follow.
Hustling.
And Damari Carroll.
Don't do it again. Don't throw
four.
the pass in without looking again. Okay.
Kyle Korver had been struggling from deep in the last 2 games on the road and buries that.
The goal of Atlanta was to get a pick and roll and switch and have Brook Lopez and or Plumlee guarding their guards. And it worked.
Damari Carroll hit that one at the first quarter horn, and they're up 33-16.
Every highlight other than a fast break will have that consistent in it. For the
Anderson came to play.
Yeah, Alan Anderson did, and Joe Johnson as they start the second quarter 11-zip. Alan Anderson again.
And
this
one.
is a 4-point play.
And one.
Damari Carroll.
Again, big man had to come. Everyone else had to rotate. Wide open 3.
Check out Alan Anderson here, Chuck. Chuck, you not talking?
No, he's saving it up for one time.
Oh, because we played the music on you? Oh, come on. You're bigger than that, Charles. You're bigger than that.
You want some cookies?
Oh, I love this.
Atlanta up 9 at the half, and there's Al Horford. And then
give me that.
blocked, but the ball is loose, and there's Horford to send it home. They're up by 13. Kyle Korver. Deadly.
He had some timely 3-pointers, Kenny.
Yeah, oh my God.
He's way out for that one. Atlanta, after 3, up 12. Here comes Brooklyn with another good start to a quarter. This one 9-0. Bojan Bogdanovic cans it. Jarrett Jack scored 12 straight points for him, Chuck.
Yeah, but and doing the
Well, first of all, Ernie,
Jarrett Jack did,
let me say, Jarrett Jack
Georgia Tech.
been doing this since he was up at Golden
Georgia
State
Tech.
and Georgia Tech. He was doing this in high school,
from Atlanta,
right?
so he probably went to eat where he used to eat. And
very-
all that stuff he used to do.
He's very athletic.
No question about it.
Jeff Teague cans the 3. He's starting to laugh. Don't you even dare smile over this, Chuckster. Uh-oh.
Joe Johnson, oh my goodness. You know he wanted to put it on his former team, Ernie.
Well, I think there's a little hostility building up.
Oh, we got you on tape, baby.
99-95 and Jeff Teague straight to the 10.
Yes.
Y'all hurt my feelings.
101-95. That came
miss you, Chuck. We
after
miss you.
Jarrett Jack had
Again,
traveled.
pick and roll.
Same play.
Put him in it. Make him switch. Make the big guard you. And the new owner.
Tony Ressler.
Is he married to an actress? Jamie Curry, that's who it looked like.
You know, Atlanta, we had talked about the way they had struggled in the fourth quarter of the series, and they hit 8 of their last 12 shots and put this one away to win it 107-97. Hawks lead the series 3-2, trying to close things out in Brooklyn on Friday. For more on the Game 5 win, David Aldridge.
After 5 games of this first-round series, there's no discernible difference between the number 1 and number 8 seeded teams in the Eastern Conference. But down the stretch of the pivotal 5th game Wednesday, the Hawks All-Stars took control of the game, leaving Atlanta 1 win short of a second-round appearance.
You know, it's Game 5 of the NBA playoffs, 2-2. So if you're not ready to play Game 5 of the NBA playoffs, you know, you're not a real basketball player.
Well, Jeff was mad I wasn't shooting, and so Shelvin came up and was like, hey, when you pop out, just shoot the ball. I mean, that's the best shot that we can get. And that's what I did. I just shot it, and they went in tonight.
When I was aggressive and just looking at the shot, looking at the basket, it opens up the floor for everyone. So that's why I just kept telling Al, shoot the ball, shoot the ball. If you miss it, it doesn't matter. It's a flow of the offense. And once he sees one goes in, he's going to be confident. He's going to keep making them.
The way it is, you get down on the road, it's a lot harder to come back. You can come back once, and but we're constantly battling uphill. At home it's a little different. You have the crowd behind you, you have the momentum. It's a lot different on the road to get down big early.
Well, if we just play with stats, we might as well just mail it in and let Atlanta stay home. That's why they play the games. You look at Chicago and Milwaukee, that's why they play the games. You got to go play. The other team has to beat you 4 times. Yes, they have 3, but there's 1 more to be gotten, and we have to go out and compete and get that 3rd one and then come back down here and be ready to try to get a 4th one.
Slow starts have plagued the Nets in each of the 3 games here in Atlanta. As Alan Anderson said, if I knew why it was happening, I surely would tell someone. But the overall message for Brooklyn is clear. There's a 1-game season, and it's Friday at Barclays Center. In Atlanta, I'm David Aldridge.
Time for Hennessy, never stop, never settle. And you looked at this guy, Chuck, before the game as the key for Atlanta, Jeff Teague. Look what he did in the 4th.
Hey, I think he's shooting 65%, I think Hal told me.
69% fourth quarters. Yeah.
I mean, he's the guy who makes the Hawks go. He got to keep pushing the tempo. They can't be selling for jump shots in the half court. He's been fantastic all year, and he's going to be the key if they advance.
Meantime, DeMarre Carroll, guys. Here's a guy with a career high of 26 in 6 years in the league. He set that this year in the regular season. Career playoff high 24 in this one.
You know, he's just a fabulous all-around player. You know, he hustles. He doesn't really demand a lot of shots. And, you know, he said if you're not ready for this Game 5, you're not a real basketball player. He was definitely ready tonight, did all the little things, did whatever he had to do for them to win.
Is it going 6 or is it going 7?
You can't answer 7.
The energy that
6 or 7, man.
Can I explain my answer first? The energy that Brooklyn had.
Why don't you give your answer, then explain
exactly.
it?
The energy that Brooklyn
6 or 7
in the regular season is totally different what they had in the playoffs. So you have to commend them for turning it up. However, I still think the Hawks will win in 6.
There you go. The answer came eventually. 6
but they are commendable
an hour later
for their effort.
7.
7.
Wait, why is it when he started rambling, y'all don't tell him to shut up?
Because it wasn't that long. You were cutting me off.
Because he only said it one time.
One time.
Yeah, you repeat yourself 10 times.
6 or 7?
6.
Okay, so they win it in Brooklyn on Friday, and they have to come back and win it
7
on Sunday. All right, when we come back, we're going to. It's one of the great Hawk impersonations of all time.
Can I see that again? Yeah, just keep playing that.
That's the ugliest Hawk I've ever seen in my life.
We're going to look ahead to Thursday when we come back. Once up 3-zip, Derrick Rose and the Bulls need a win in Milwaukee or force a Game 7 against the Bucks. Lip Sync War, presented by Tidal, the music streaming service with over 25 million songs.
Oh, we got a sponsor for this?
It's coming up on Wednesday.
You mean to tell me they have 25 million songs?
Yes.
Ernie Johnson.
That's amazing. They got 25 million songs, and Shaq can't find one good one to sing.
It'll be next Wednesday on Inside the NBA. Thursday schedule: Bulls and Bucks, Clippers and Spurs. Our preview begins with Allie LaForce.
When the Bulls took a commanding 3-0 lead to start this series, no one thought we'd be watching Game 6 in Milwaukee. If you didn't think the Bulls had a sense of urgency before, it was evident at practice Wednesday. They do now.
We continue to lose, so we better fix it quickly, as in fix it tomorrow.
We got to make shots. That helps. But the making shots part, you can't predict that game to game. The things we can predict, the defense, the rebounding, hustle plays, that's what we have to count on.
It's about this Game 6. You got to live in the moment, stay focused. It's not about the past. It's not about what happened in the past. Just stay focused on our best game of the season. That's going to be tomorrow.
Jimmy Butler has played more minutes than any of his Bulls teammates, but don't question his stamina late in the game.
I'm in great enough shape to where I can handle the heavy minutes. I'll never complain, and I got to produce, heavy minutes or not. I got to make shots. I got to make plays happen.
The Bulls have gotten 2 days of rest, and statistics show that this team, and Derrick Rose specifically, are much better on 2 days rest instead of 1. They got Tuesday completely off, didn't even watch film, and practiced hard Wednesday with hopes of ending this in 6. In Chicago, I'm Allie LaForce.
Obviously a very painful loss in Game 5. What is the psyche of the team right now?
Team's fine. I mean, they're down. You're always down after you lose a game, and lose a game like that. Having said that, I think they've been very resilient, have been a resilient group, a tough-minded group, and I expect them to be ready for Game 6.
DeAndre, the call at the end, 24 hours later, how is his mindset at this point?
Well, he's down, but he was making an effort, boy. and things like he did the right thing except for touch the ball, So I have no problem with DJ. DJ has been great for us all year. He's going to be great for us in Game 6. And this stuff happens, but you get through it and you keep trying to win.
What can you do to get more production from your bench, or can you get more production from your bench?
Well, you can. I think it's been overstated in my opinion. This is how we played all year. So, and I keep saying we're pretty good. There's nights where there's certain guys on our bench will play well. We had the game with Jamal and Austin and Baby. Last night we didn't get great play. We'll see.
I know that you've said that you just have to play your game, but are there any adjustments that you need to make heading into Game 6?
No, not many. There really hasn't been. This hasn't been the series of adjustments. Papa's made some tweaks, and so have I. But it's not been one of those series. It's been two very good basketball teams that are very evenly matched. And it really doesn't matter where you're playing at. To me, this series has come down to execution, and really the 50-50 game has been a huge impact in this series so far.
Will it be very important to get out to a hot start, especially on the road, take the crowd out of it early?
That'd be nice. I'll take a hot finish. I think that's more important for us.
Doc, by the way, $25,000 fine for criticizing the officials after that loss to the San Antonio Spurs. The Kevin Love situation. He did have surgery. He will have 4 to 6 months of recovery time.
It's so I feel so bad for Kevin. The guy's a terrific player, a great kid. Just a really unfortunate situation.
And on we move. It looks like Billy Donovan will be the new head coach of the Thunder. What do you think, Shaq?
Well, personally, when they're healthy, OKC was pretty good. In my opinion,
why are you
I
ducking?
think they need a more experienced coach.
First name Billy Donovan. When he tell his wife she gonna leave
Steve
Florida,
Kerr has no
Oklahoma.
experience. He's won.
He's gonna be throwing stuff at him.
I wish him well.
He didn't hear it. We got what?
Yeah,
We're moving where? That's where Billy Donovan's wife gonna be throwing dishes at him. We're moving to Oklahoma from Florida? Are you kidding me?
Well, he's taking one of the 30 jobs in the world.
Listen, man, Billy's a good guy. He's a good coach. He's in Florida, Ernie. What are you doing?
You talking while I'm talking. I'm pressing every button when you talk.
Go ahead, Shaq. Well, you gonna say something?
I already said it.
Why you push the button?
Go ahead.
Hey, Ernie, listen, that's Billy's a very good coach. Billy's a very good coach.
Hey, man, nothing. I already asked me a question. You moving and bobbling your fat head all in the screen while I'm trying to answer questions.
Did you answer the question?
No, man.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
He's a good coach.
He's a very good coach, and the Thunder first of all, they screwed Scott Brooks. Let's get that out there. But Billy's a good coach, and that's a great situation. The thing's going to be interesting, not next year, the year after, when Kevin Durant makes a decision if he's going to stay there. That's when the real thing comes into play.
Yeah, the one thing that Billy's obviously, like Chuck said, he's one of the premier coaches in college basketball, and now he has the mental fortitude to handle NBA players, I think. Always admired him from afar. Grew up in the same area, but always admired him as far as a coach. But the one thing that it's championship or bust, because
but it's still going to be a learning curve.
But I'm saying it's championship or bust, because if you don't win the championship, you go at the risk of all of those guys saying we don't want to be here. And there's a reason why we don't want to be here, and this is why we didn't win it. That's a very precarious position.
That's what I was trying to say.
Because it's 30 teams.
Right.
These are the best 30 teams in the world.
But the thing that's going to be interesting, as great a coach as Billy is, there's still going to be a learning curve. Nobody goes straight from college to the pros. There is going to be a learning curve.
And the biggest learning curve of anything is knowing who Nicholas Batum is, knowing who Damari Carroll is, knowing who those guys who come
you're playing,
who make key contributions but aren't the stars.
But
how
you know
to defend them and stop them.
Those guys, when they're healthy, they're right there. They're an elite team right there. In my opinion, I think they need somebody with more experience to get them to the next level because we don't just want to see them lose in the first, second, third round again. We want to.
Oh, this is championship or bust. This championship or bust, man.
But the biggest 8 years ago, he stuck his toe in the water in Orlando, and then said, "I don't think so."
Press conference
but the thing's going to be interesting.
He can't do that again.
Like I say, what has happened next year is going to be interesting, but what happens after that is going to be the most important thing.
When we come back.
Hey, man, I'm going to knock your head off your
You ain't going to do nothing. I got you, but you ain't going to do nada.
We're talking NBA style when we come back. The good, the bad, and the ugly when we come back.
I actually like this outfit, James.
I'll go buy you one tomorrow if you'll wear it.
I just don't have the money to buy that outfit.
I'll get it's on Chuck.
Are those tights or jeans? Are those leggings or jeans?
Come on, a shirt or a skirt?
Come on, man. I like that outfit.
And we welcome you back here to Inside the NBA, presented by
I thought this was Academy Awards.
Yeah. Time now for NBA Style, presented by Samsung, as we review some of the fashion statements being made.
John Wall.
Playoffs.
Nice.
That's very nice.
You like that?
I do.
Thumbs up for you from you guys.
That's a thumbs up. That's very nice.
Burgundy and black. That's all
You don't
right.
like that
That's a nice look?
Yeah, that's cool.
Sorry.
Yeah, nice shoes too. Like it.
I like that.
Very casual.
I'm feeling that.
You a camo guy?
No, I'm not a camo.
I can't see his legs though. Where's his legs? I can't see.
But you know what? He's a young
That's good
kid.
camo.
Yeah, that's a nice little young look.
I like that.
Okay, so that's getting dings.
What is that?
LeBron.
With the sweater wrapped around the waist?
I've never been a fan of the sweater around the waist, but that's all right.
That's not all right. You're a grown man. You don't wear a sweater around your waist.
Yeah, it's all right.
Do you guys carry bags?
No, we don't carry purses or anything.
No, that's his toiletry bag, man. Everybody has a toiletry bag.
No, they don't.
What?
DeAndre Jordan?
He look like a oversized superhero.
Yeah,
it looked like he wrote
Charles, you wear leather pants?
I would like it if he didn't have the white T-shirt underneath it.
I don't. Unless he rode
I'm not mad at the patches. I'm just mad at the white tee.
Unless he rode a motorcycle to the game, that doesn't work.
Why does he have a white tee? If he had a black tee underneath,
that only works if you're in a motorcycle game.
You don't wear white underwear under black pants or white pants.
Whoa.
Pero Antich.
I'm not mad at Pero Antich.
French.
Who's very European.
He's European.
That's the guy you were talking about. He's from Macedonia.
Oh yeah, Macedonia.
Very European.
Macaroni.
So it's basic. You're basically getting high marks for everything. How about the James Harden look here?
The one holster.
What is that?
It's the one holster.
Was that a shoulder holster?
The one holster. I'm the shooter. Hey, I respect the shooter.
He has a guy carrying
I
his
respect the shooter.
toiletries.
I'm going with him. Yeah. He's got his own guy carrying his own toiletries.
Yeah, exactly.
Amazing. That guy gets paid a lot of money, huh?
I'm not feeling that, really.
I'm not feeling the guy's suit in the back. No, it's a little big, a little baggy. Yeah, a little he's got to take those.
This guy's minding his own business all of a sudden.
No, he's not minding his business. He's in this thing.
He's carrying James.
Look how big them pants are, man.
He's carrying James Harden toiletries.
Oh, and the all-time favorite, Corliss Williamson with the shower cap.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he
did.
Oh, come on.
Get his hair wet.
Come on, Q-Side.
He didn't want to get his hair wet.
One of the all-time faves.
The man burst. He's got the man burst. That ain't got toiletries in it.
Check out the sandals.
A jumper.
Look at you
going on.
Is that a? Oh man, is that a?
Oh my God! Your girl Kim Mahoney in the back.
We're
Dude got on a satin short set.
Come on, man.
A satin short set.
Hey, that was a
What is that, satin?
That was a mistake on my part.
What are you smuggling? Grapes? What are you smuggling? Grapes?
Hey, check out the shoes.
That was some little loafers.
Look, wait, time out. Look at the hair on his chest. Shave your head.
You know what?
Come on, man.
That's our girl Kim.
Yo, taco meat. Taco meat.
That was a mistake right there.
Where was that, man? Because there's Kim Mahoney.
I think that was during the Olympics.
Was it really?
That was a Nike.
That's an international incident.
You didn't even get the bronze.
I got to blame Howard White and Lynn Merritt and Phil Knight for that, for making that outfit.
You chose to wear it.
Nike made me wear it.
You chose to wear it.
They wanted me to make that. Nike made me wear that.
It didn't catch on.
They say, Charles, if you wear this, everybody will be wearing it.
Did not catch on.
He bought that.
Satin is not happening.
Back to wrap things up in just a second. Hey, we got another fishing segment.
See those fish.
Yeah, look at those.
That's
remarkably lifelike.
It's time for EJ's Reno Saturday Night. Presented by no one.
It's that time. Time to go fishing with the, well, one playoff team and a couple who did not make the postseason. We'll begin with the team eliminated tonight by the Grizzlies, and that would be, Kenny,
that would be the Portland
Trailblazers.
Trailblazers. It was a great fishing trip that time, I'm telling you.
That's Fred Armisen?
Yes, it is. Fred Armisen was out there.
You got Sarah Jean Underwood.
Oh, my man, Hot Rod, Roddy Piper.
Yeah, Hot Roddy Piper, baby.
Carrie Brownstein. Matt Groening, the Simpsons creator, in there.
Okay.
It's not a lot of Portland recognizable on the sports scene.
I can't believe you don't have them. Can Paul Allen on them? You should have Phil Knight in there, too.
The Sacramento Kings. Shaq, you were on this fishing trip.
Yeah, you sure was. Early, too.
Real Housewives of Sacramento.
Hal! Hey!
Look at Vlade's T-shirt.
My bad.
Kings front office.
3 days since
I
last
made it upstairs,
and Kenny with the Real Housewives of Sacramento.
You all right, Hal? Look, I caught one upstairs.
Oh, God.
I caught Hal.
Oh, Oklahoma.
Brad Pitt.
Yeah, look at all. Y'all put Scotty in the water and got
Billy Donovan.
how is he on the boat already? Billy D, how's he on the boat already?
He's on the way to the press conference.
Oh, my gosh.
You all right, buddy?
Put on a lot
Russell's legs are looking.
Russell enjoying the summer. He's put on a lot of weight.
KD with the boot. Chuck Norris. Oh, my goodness.
I'm sorry, Scotty.
Scotty, you got screwed, Scotty. I still love you.
Hey, I tell you to eat one of those fish.
Right now?
Yeah.
Man,
Live.
stop that before you hurt
Live on the
yourself.
air.
He was live on air. Grab him. Grab one. Got it? Got it? Oh, he did it. He did it. He did it.
Oh, he was biting.
Ladies and gentlemen, those are fake
biting.
fish.
No, PETA, no.
They're fake.
He was biting.
Battery operated fish. Please. We caught somebody.
Got him.
Got him.
Got him.
Hey, we're back.
Hey, Five Marshal Bill.
Five Marshal Bill.
Yeah.
We'll be back tomorrow.
I know.
You got to make this face already.
I know.
Let me tell you something. Hey.